Are you ready to turn heads? Luxury isn't just worn, it's experienced. Introducing a Layla Cara style and new up-and-coming designer collection where exclusive shoes and bags for men and women meets your feet. How about you take a handbag and wear it in style, where each piece is personally designed by Layla Carroll herself and handcrafted from the finest material in Italy. Leather, smooth like butter, bold, timeless, distinctly you. Step into true elegance and make your mark with a Layla Cara style where confidence meets craftsmanship. Visit a Layla Cara style and experience the luxury of art that you wear. Hello and welcome back to Improving Your Thoughts by Freeing Yourself. I'm your host, Layla Cara. Today's episode 13 is titled Identifying Your Purpose and Aligning with It. Today, we're going to dive into something foundational. This is the very last episode of this season, you guys. You have made it. Give yourself a round of applause. Woo! Yes. I'm just super happy that you guys have came all the way through with this. Now, I want to let you know that there is a bonus episode after this one, and that is for my people who are believers of Christ, Yeshua, Jesus. Yes. And that episode is for those who want to take their journey a little bit further. So if you want to take your journey to the next level, of really, truly living in your purpose, well, please listen up to episode 14. I'm going to let you know episode 14 is going to be a little long-winded. It's going to be longer than any episode I have done before, because remember I told you guys previously in this season in another episode that I had an encounter with Christ and he told me that I need to talk more about him. Well, that bonus episode is what was given to me by the Holy Spirit on how to help you guys connect with God and have a real deep personal relationship with him, and to be able to live in your purpose daily. So after this episode, please tune in to that very special episode. But that don't take away from this episode though. This episode 13 is beautiful too. It's powerful as well. So let's go ahead and do this episode so you guys can get this chapter done. So that way you can go on to the next level of your life, all right? So how to identify your purpose and take practical steps to live in alignment with it. If you've ever thought to yourself, I don't even know what my purpose is. Even after all what you listen to, all 12 episodes, you're still like, I really don't know what my purpose is. I listened to all 13 of your episodes, Layla. I still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. That's the reason for bonus episode 14, because I know there are going to be some of you guys who are not going to know still after listening to all 13 of these. You're not supposed to just know right off the bat for some of you guys. Now, some of you were born to know what you were supposed to do. It was just in you, and you started doing it from the beginning of your life, and your parents started nurturing that gift and that purpose, and now you just been living it all this time. But for those who have not had that opportunity to have the type of life that you have, hey, this is why I'm doing this, okay? If you ever thought to yourself, I feel like I'm drifting, or how do I know I'm on the right path? This episode is for you. All right. It's the final of our season. It's the final finale of our season. All right. So I want you to take a deep breath. All right. Let's breathe in through the nose. Hold it 4 seconds. Now release slowly through your mouth. All right. Purpose is not a destination. It's a process. What purpose really is that purpose is not just a career, something that you got to get paid for, that you do to make money, you know? It's not a single goal, this one-time thing. It's not even what other people expect of you. Purpose is the combination of what energizes you, what feels meaningful to you, and what aligns with your values and intuition. When you live aligned with these elements, your choices feel natural. That's how you know that you are living in your purpose. Even difficult decisions feel guided. All right? So here are some signs you are aligned with your purpose. I want you to pay attention to these signs. Ask yourself these questions. Do I feel engaged and alive in my activities? Things that you do on a daily basis, are you engaged with them? Do you feel alive? Or is it just repetition, something that you do unthoughtful? You just don't think about it. You don't put any thought into it. Because if it's something that you don't put much thought into it, then you are being programmed. That's called programmed. That's not alignment. Then I want you to ask yourself this question. Do my decisions reflect my core values? Whatever your core values are, that value that shapes who you are as a human being, as the person that you are, does your decision reflects it? Do it. Now you're going to ask this question. Do I feel a sense of flow, even in challenges? That sense of flow. So, an example of that, you have these athletes like LeBron James or Steph Curry, even the late, great Kobe Bryant and all that. They knew what they were doing was challenging. You have to defeat the opponent, right? Whoever you're playing against. And no matter what, are you willing to do what it was necessary to flow with the sensation that you have? And here's another example. If you ever watched the comeback team of the Dream Team, not the original Dream Team with Michael Jordan, I'm talking about the second one with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, when they went to China, and that was during the Olympics and everything. One of the things that I love watching when I watch the documentary, the one thing I love the most was when Kobe Bryant made an example of one of his teammates, letting the teammates that he was currently playing with, I don't care if he is my original teammate for the Lakers, I'm going to do whatever is necessary because this is what I do. Yes, it's not fair because that person is my brother. I call him my brother, but I'm still going to do what I have to do. That's what I'm talking about here. So, is that you? Do you feel a sense of flow even in challenges? And then you want to ask yourself this here question. Am I contributing in a way that feels authentic to me? That feels like it's actually you and not being fake or mimicking someone else? If most answers are yes, and it's okay if all of them are not, just most of them, I would say 3 out of the 4, your life is showing purpose now? If no, this is information for you, not failure. So don't beat yourself up behind it, okay? Now let me help you identify your purpose step by step. So how do you do that? How are you able to do that? Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you identify that. You will want to write these things down, okay? I want you to write every step that I'm going to give you. I want you to write it down, and it's 5 of them, okay? So right now you're listening, but I want you to go back and come back to this and listen to it again and then write these down, because if you don't write anything down, you're going to forget. I know some people say, oh, I got it in my head, but even the Bible says to write it down on tablets and make it plain for those who read it and go run, and it's some more stuff to it. Basically, know what you are supposed to do by writing it down so you can come back to it multiple times and reflect on it, okay? Some days you're going to have good days, and then some days you're going to have some bad days, and you need to know by looking at what you have written and be able to go through it step by step. So step 1 is reflection. Write that down. And these are the 2 things you're going to do. First, you're going to write down moments when you felt most alive. The most time in your life that you feel alive. You can think back on past situations, and then you can also think on now, or what's going on now, and then you can also think on when something new occurred. Write it down, all right? Then you're going to write down this one here. You're going to list the activities that brings satisfaction. That's what I want to say. List the activities that brings deep satisfaction to you. Only you know that. I don't know that for you. So step 3, not 3. Please bear with me. I'm jumping ahead. Step 2, identify your values. Now, earlier we just talked about your core values. You might not even know what they are. So that's why you will need to identify your values. What principles matter most to you? That's a value. Which values guide your decisions? That's a value. What are they? Write it down. Now we're on step 3. Step 3, notice patterns. You got to pay attention. Notice pattern. Write this down. Look for overlaps between energy, joy, and contribution. Overlapping, not just one after another. It's been going, and you have the energy while you have the joy, and you are contributing while you're doing it. Okay? That's what you want to look for. And then write this down. Your purpose often lies where these intersect each other. That's why I said all together. And step 4, test it. You want to test it. Put it to the test. Take small actions that feels aligned with you.
We'll be back after a quick break.
If you haven't already, check out my luxury shoe and bag collection, a Layla Cara style. Each piece is personally designed by me and handcrafted from genuine Italian leather. Whether you're dressing up or keeping it casual, these pieces were made to help you walk with confidence. Because real style starts from how you feel. Go to alaylacarolstyle.com and experience these bold, timeless, and completely all you. Check it out. You might find something you like. Observe your energy and fulfillment. Pay attention to it. Write it down. And then step 5. You want to adjust and you want to iterate. All right, that means you're going to adjust whatever's going on. Something might not work out right. Okay, let's make some changes, tweak it. And then you want to repeat, okay? Purpose evolves with you. When you change, purpose change too. So don't think that, oh, I'm supposed to keep doing what I've been doing. We talked about that in other past episodes. So purpose evolves with you. And then write this down as well. Stay curious and flexible. You cannot get dull. You cannot. And you have to be flexible because life brings about changes every day. And a lot of the time they're unexpected. You don't even know that they're coming. So that if you are flexible, then you're able to adjust and adapt. All right. So aligning daily with your purpose, you want to align by doing certain things every day. Daily alignment is not about perfection. It's about small intentional choices. Just little at a time. You want to set boundaries to protect your energy. So please, boundary, remember it. Don't let no one cross these boundaries, and not even yourself. Engage in activities that energizes rather than drain you. If it's draining, it's not your purpose. Now let's talk about draining, because sometimes we don't really know what that is. If you're working on a job and it's exhausting to you, you might have a day where it's just a long day and you had a lot to do in that day, or a lot went on in that day and you feel drained. That doesn't mean that that's not what you're supposed to be doing. It's just mean that comes along with the territory. The problem is that if it's constantly doing that and you feel like you're dreading to go back to work, that's when you know that's not your purpose. But if you doing that, it's draining, but yet you feel energized to go back and you can't wait to continue doing what you need to do, that is who you are and that is your purpose. Okay, so pay attention to that as well. That's how you can tell the difference in between the two, just to put that out there. So you also want to reflect on decisions at the end of the day. Each day before you go to bed, lie down and just think about the choices that you made for the day. What is it that you do? What were you doing? What decision that you made? Did you make the right choice? Did you not make the right choice? So I'm going to tell you, I've been having the situation go on for about maybe 3 months now, where when I'm working on the plane and I have passengers ask me for extra stuff, like extra snacks, extra drinks or whatever. And I'm not talking about alcohol, I'm talking about like soda, juice, whatever. And the thing about the way we are catered on the aircraft, a lot of the time lately, we haven't been getting enough supplies. So we have to pretty much almost go by the book when it comes to passing out drinks and snacks. You only get one choice of snack and a cup of whatever it is that you're drinking, and not the whole can and whatever. But I've noticed that I've been having more and more passengers ask for more snacks and more drinks. And I've been paying attention to the other flight attendants when they give out all the extra stuff, not thinking and not keeping in mind that that same aircraft got to go back out. And we don't get catered every place we go. We only get catered in the bases that we are based at. And that means somebody's not going to get something, right? On the next flight going back. And I started putting in my mind, like, you know what? I'm not going to just hand out extra stuff. But I found myself being convicted. Why not hand out extra stuff? It's not yours. And I'm thinking like, well, then the next flight attendant shows up and she don't have or he don't have what is necessary. That's a problem. But then I realized what we started doing was overstacking, meaning that when we get back into base, if we have extra sodas, extra drinks, we stash them in the back and catering don't go in the back of where our stash is at. So we'll throw everything back there. It's two things with that. It gives us the opportunity to give our extra snacks and extra drinks, but it also hoards things to where it makes a mess on the plane. Not good, but good. So who's right, who's wrong? No one. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's just what it is. You have to improvise. You have to figure out what is it that you're doing. So I reflect on those things, and I be laying in bed sometimes, and I'm like, I don't want to sound mean or cruel to people. And I understand. I have seen some flat passengers get so excited behind a strudel waffle, and I'm like, it is a strudel waffle, but they are excited, and they like, ooh, only time I get to eat these when I'm on the plane. I say, I see these in the grocery store. I have seen these in Dollar General, but they don't really know that it's there. So, with that being said, I make someone day when I decide to go the extra mile. And it actually makes me feel great when I do that. So I start reflecting on those type of things at the end of the day. And I'm like, I know it's something real small, but yet not as small for them, to them, as it is to me. And then I also want you to tune into your intuition before acting. Now, that is what I have been doing. Like I said, who's right, who's wrong? No one's right, no one's wrong. So when I tune into my intuition, how I have been doing it lately, I would say to them, before I give them extra soda or extra whatever, I will tell them, hey, allow me to finish everyone behind you because I have a whole lot of more passengers on here, and I would love to give them the same opportunity that I gave you, which is your first choice. Whatever I have left over, I will gladly bring it back to you. And they be like, oh, okay, cool. But in the meantime, here you go. You can have this, and here you go. You can have that. And when I finish, I won't forget you. And they be so excited when I come back with the stuff because they think I forgot, and I haven't, because I really be reflecting on this at the end of the night. And I'm like, I don't want to be known for the flight attendant that don't give nothing, who always says by the book, just one drink and one snack. It's just easy said than done, but it feels great when you do what's right, all right? So here are common blocks to identify as you're living your purpose. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, overwhelmed and distracted, believing it has to be perfect. Those are common blockage, and you need to identify these things when they occur, because they will. When they occur, these are things that you can do. Here are some things that you can do to encounter, or not encounter, but counteract these blockage, okay? You can take small and daily steps. Every day, just break down what you need to do little at a time. It'll keep you from having the blockage there. It also will keep you from being distracted, because you can get something done very quickly without being disturbed by it. And it also helps take away the anxiety and the fear of judgment when you start hearing other people judge you, or you judging yourself. And most of the time, it's going to be you judging yourself. Also, you want to start practicing self-compassion, because just like I said, most of the time you're going to be judging yourself. Have some self-compassion. You're not perfect, and nothing is supposed to be perfect. So please be gentle with yourself. You want to start seeking out mentorship. Somebody who is already living their purpose. It's not going to be a whole lot of people. I'm going to tell you that right now. You won't be able to find a lot of people that you can actually connect with, because most of the time, people who are living in their purpose, they're probably far away from you, at a distance somewhere, far off in La La Land. And that's because life keep taking them places. And that's the same thing's going to happen with you. Life is going to be taking you places. And you might just have that one person that God is going to put on your path that's going to help guide you. Do not shoo that person away. You want to have them as a mentor, all right? Or even a community where they teach about purpose-driven lifestyles. I don't know where you can find those people at. I would love to say the church, but the church is not really doing that. They really not. Most churches these days are preaching about prosperity and, you know, just the basic things that they was taught growing up themselves. And that's the reason why I am given this assignment that I have actually been entrusted with, to help you guys to learn how to break away the traditional way of men and to line yourself up with God and His Word and His purpose for you, because everyone don't know how to do that on their own, and the churches are not teaching it. I'm not going to say all churches are not teaching it, but majority churches are not teaching it. And that's why you're here listening to the podcast, so you can take the initiative for yourself, because let every man and woman work out their own salvation. You have to work it out on your own. Relying on a leader to lead you the right way is really obsolete these days. It's not like it was back in the days of Noah and Moses and everything. We're not living that life. What we're living right now is the coming of the last days. We're in it, living in it, but we need to be prepared for the second coming of Christ. And that's what I'm trying to help you all understand. I'm trying to get you to a place where you're living already, because I know in the scripture it talks about when Christ come back, it's almost like the bridegroom. You need to be ready, not getting ready. You need to already be ready. So these are the things that you can be doing, knowing that you're living in your purpose. Then you are ready, because you're doing what you were sent here to this earth to do. So make sure that you are celebrating progress, not just results. A lot of the time we celebrate results, like for instance, when we go to college or our children is in school and they graduate from high school. You know how long it took them to graduate from high school? 12 good years. If they did it in 12 years, that is way too long to celebrate your child. You should be celebrating every year they move to the next grade. You know, oh, my child is now in the 7th grade. Okay, let's celebrate. You did well. Every year we're going to celebrate you because you did well. The progress, that is the progress to the finish goal. What is the finish goal? Is it graduating from high school, or is it graduating from college? If you already did that, is that really the finish goal? Actually, it's not. It's the beginning of life. What are we going to do now after you got all these degrees and stuff? Especially if you end up getting student loans and stuff. You got to work. See what I'm saying? So you have to think about celebrating progress while you're in the middle of going for the results. Okay? So congratulations. You completed this session, this season. Ow, I'm so happy that you guys made it through. Yes, your purpose is already within you. Okay? It's revealed in moments of clarity, joy, and alignment. So pay close attention during those moments, and I want you to keep records when you are realizing certain moments that you'll have. And oh, I got clarity today. Write it down. I am filled with joy. Remember, the joy of the Lord is your strength. So you're like, man, I'm filled with joy. Write it down. All right? Alignment. Pay attention. Please pay attention. And take small intentional steps. I want you to stay patient with yourself and let your life unfold in harmony with your values and your intuition, because God gave that to you. All right? So, if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone searching for clarity and direction. You know someone who's saying, I'm looking for clarity, please tell them, say, hey, I got something for you. I want you to listen to Improving Your Thoughts by Freeing Yourself. Listen to the whole season of season 9 And you will probably find it. If not, then just keep listening to her until finally God reveals something to you that you needed to know. So until next time, I want you to breathe deeply. You're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to hold it for 4 seconds, and then you're going to release slowly through your mouth, all right? That's how you calm your nervous system down when you start feeling anxious and stuff. So you're going to breathe deeply. I want you to act intentionally. Always make intentional decision. Like, this is what I'm going to do without wavering. Do not change your mind. Do it because you made that decision. That's what you know to do. Do it. And remember, you are allowed to live fully aligned with your purpose. All right. So the next episode is the bonus episode that I was talking about earlier in this episode. Okay. So for those of you who want to align with Elohim's plan for your life, that's our creator, the one who created you. I want you to go ahead and stay tuned. I want you to tune in, all right? Episode 14 is for you. It's going to be a little long-winded, so bring your patient hat with you, all right? Signing out, Alayla.
Are you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by stress? Introducing Stress Management with Imaging Coaching, your ticket to a calmer, more balanced life. In this journey you will be taking with us here at Imaging Coaching, we'll equip you with powerful techniques and tools you can use to conquer stress, regain control, and transform your life. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, you'll discover the tools to relax your mind and body. Come join us on this transformative path and unlock a world of inner peace and resilience. Don't let stress hold you back any longer. Take charge of your well-being today with Imaging Coaching, your stress management team. Discover clarity. Defeat stress through Imaging Coaching at imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com. At imagingcoaching.com.